All right, welcome again everyone. एक बार फिर मेरे साथ हैं मनन मोदी सर. Of course, he dabbles in GAN option charts. He अभी just now he was saying कि please don't introduce me as a pro trader and every GAN option charts I would say that they are still learner. So don't say anything about me being a pro. Agreed, sir. I won't introduce you as a pro, but he is the modern tool maker for today's charts. ज़माने बदलते रहते हैं. एक टाइम पे इंटेलिजेंट इन्वेस्टर यूज्ड टू बी द बाइबल ऑफ ट्रेडिंग. आज के ज़माने में पीपल वुड स्वेयर बाय कि अब वो ज़माना चला गया है. देन फेजेस में द अदर डे वी वर डिस्कसिंग, सर से बात कर रहे थे कि फेजेस आते हैं लोगों के कि आप पहले ये पढ़ते हो, फिर आप इस स्टेज पे आते हो, फिर इस स्टेज पे आते हो. सो ही इज इनटू बिल्डिंग द नेक्स्ट स्टेज, जो कि आज से मे बी 5 years डाउन द लाइन लोग बोलेंगे कि वो अरे ये नहीं काम करता, गो फॉर दिस. So he's doing that right now. Uh, on public demand, one more time, Manan sir हमारे साथ हैं. We are gonna learn some more modern tools and modern concepts जो आज के ज़माने में work करते हैं और आने वाले ज़माने में maybe commonplace हो जाएंगे. तो sir, the mic is yours. You're here to learn.
Yeah. So Vishwa, I think last time, we were discussing about one very simple concept that in case you are an option trader, okay, आप derivative trade करते हैं, please do not look at the index chart. All of us know one very simple thing. So many times we've seen index goes up, हमारा option पीछे रह जाता है. Okay. That is where if you are a retail participant, you are a seller, you are a buyer, you will always get thrown out of the market. Cash market, very different. Derivative market, very different. पेट्रोल पंप पे जाते हो, फ्यूल ही मिलता है आपको, बट इट इज स्पेसिफिक. पेट्रोल, डीजल, सीएनजी. सेम वे, इफ यू आर डूइंग derivative trading, please do not spoil your trading by referring to the index chart. The only time a weekly derivative and the index chart have anything in common is the last 5 minutes of the weekly expiry. That's it. Otherwise, the remaining 4 days, 6 hours, 25 minutes, there is zero relevance whatsoever, only from a trading perspective. Everything in the market works. There's nothing which doesn't work. You can apply moving average, you can do whatever, but everything also has an accuracy built into it. So we are going to go and understand, if you are somebody who started trading recently or somebody who's been trading, अब काफी टाइम से ट्रेड कर रहे हैं, but things are not going the way you want. ठीक है. अब we all know people make losses, and India market is probably one of the worst in the world, where 90% option buyers lose money, 70% option sellers lose money. It's one of the worst because there was never any formal education. And COVID में तो मतलब, then we all, we all got onto only buying, selling. And 9 out of 10 times, if you ask somebody, what is an option chart telling you? They're like, I have zero idea. All I know is I want to buy low and I want to sell high. That is their only reference to context. So keeping that in mind, how can you get an edge in the market? Okay, what tool do you have to use? How do you have to look at a chart? And how can we get that pinpoint, one single digit number accuracy in options? Personally, stopped working on the index years ago. I developed tools for the index also, whether it is the India markets or the US. Keep in mind, the US markets are a little easier in price action. Now, the one place where most people get stuck is price action. Price action only suggests one thing. As the name suggests, it is all the action that happens between price. If you are an option trader, don't worry about the price action. Worry about the price first. Your chart has two components. Right side पे हमेशा price आता है, and bottom of your chart this time. If your strategy does not have one of these two components built into it, please stop trading right away. Please अपने पैसे बचाइए. Open an NGO, donate somewhere, go out. Do not trade the market unless you have pinpoint accuracy. There is something, एक होता है ना कि let's respect our time and money. That's all about. So I'm going to show you a couple of not simple, but interesting ways how the market works and how, okay, I'll show you one fun fact. Okay, one fun thing which may some of you might find it very useful, some maybe not, but that's how the market works. Okay, I am just going to quickly share one screen of mine for everybody's benefit. Okay. So I think everybody, this is a very simple Nifty chart over here, Vishu. You can see that?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So now, supposing if I want, like, how do I know? What is this chart trying to tell me? ये हमें, how do we know in advance when the market might turn? कुछ idea हमें पता चलता है कहीं?
होली ग्रेल होगा सर अगर
There's nothing called holy grail, but there are things which work in a market very well. Now, how do we know that?
This may be said कि bullish hammer kind of दिख रहा है index में. So people may think कि ठीक है यहाँ पे कुछ reversal.
How did we know that the market is going to reverse exactly from here? Any idea?
If you combine these two rays, तो maybe again वो दिखेगा. But yeah.
What if I tell you the answer was actually 3 months back?
Okay.
चलो एक experiment करके देखते हैं. Let's take this low over here. This is some 20th March.
Yeah.
We all have the same chart. इसमें low क्या दिख रहा है अपने screen पे?
16,827.
16,827. Okay, perfect. Now, Vishu, what happens is, no matter which markets you take, okay, and this is a very simple Gann theory. It allows me to divide price by 10, 100,000, whatever I want to do. Okay, very simple. I can divide this however I want. Let's assume I divide it by 10. What number do I get?
1,682. 1,683.
1682 roughly. Take 1682.83. Perfect. And if I was to double this number?
33, 64, 30.
Approximately?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's see what happens over here. Let us see. We all keep wondering, oh, how, when, what, etc. Now supposing this is the bottom and I go up 1682 points. 1682. Lagbhag it is somewhere here. Okay. And I will just draw one simple horizontal line over here for reference. So can I say I divided price by 10 and I went those many points on top and I got some level over here. Now, has this level been important in the past? In the past, we have tried multiple times to break this. We've never been able to break it. Ever. Okay, once we went, we did. Now, if I add another 1683 points to this, the market reacted perfectly from that. What have we done? We took something and we added kitna 3364, right? So 3364 approximately. Yeah, that's it. Where did our market turn from? And is this the first time that's happening? No. We've done it many times in the past. Now, what is the high over here? 18604. Now, if I divide that by 10, I get 1,860 points. Let us see what happened 1,860 points. Now, can you see, has this become a very important level in the market? Possible? So, can I say that a market has very simple ways of acting and reacting, and this is one of the simple ways of doing it? So this is how you can sometimes catch certain tops, certain bottoms, etc., and you can start looking at things differently. Okay, see, we don't have to do things complicated, but now all of a sudden you know this, whatever this level is, 16,700 and something. We have seen this was a support in the past, it was resistance in the past, and it continues to behave in that particular fashion and manner. And now all of a sudden, what we did, we just took the bottom. हमने सिर्फ 20th September, March का bottom लिया. This was the thing. We divided. We got some numbers. We went and we saw the market did a full U-turn at the top of this. That's it. So there is not, we don't have to, we don't have to go crazy. Market will go above 20,000, 20,200. Anything is possible. But whenever these things come, okay, now somebody could have told you 21, 22 jayega, 23 jayega, 25. All of it is possible. Or before that, the market is doing a reaction to the time and price factor of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is just to give you an idea of how our markets have always worked. And you can go and apply this in multiple places. You will be surprised how well it works in stocks. It works in a lot of places. But you have to start looking at things a little differently. And, you have to keep wondering, if I am to apply something like this, obviously we study these things a little more. And with that, we are able to sometimes catch these tops and bottoms a little more easily. So this is a very simple method in which we are able to catch these particular levels. Again, these are your index for natural levels. This is how it is going to behave for the rest of its life. Okay, so this is a simple way of saying that, we are able to take price, convert it into a metric, and see how the market reacts to this. And you can mark these levels, go play with it in stocks, go play with it in multiple places. You will see the same things again and again. Any questions on this? It's not just once, it's happened multiple times. And we've seen this. We took the high, we took the 10%, we got a particular number. Now, price uske niche bhi gaya, but it trapped everyone over here and it did a full rebound once again. Okay, that is how price functions in the market. So this is how it is always going to behave. Any questions on this, Vishu?
Hey, sir.
Okay. Does it seem fairly okay to understand कि हाँ possibility है ऐसा? Market has done this and we've seen one example. We'll see maybe 10 other examples.
Awesome.
ठीक है. This is just to give you an example. Okay, we were anyway going to look at option charts. So I'm going to share my option chart once again with you. Just a moment. So this is a Bank Nifty option chart, for example, and this is the aaj ki expiry. This is the 4th. Today our market has just finished somewhere over here, etc. Now, just before the call started, what did you tell me about what was your reading of the market today?
My reading was abhi I'm not currently dabbling in the market for now because.
So what if I tell you that in the morning itself, by 9:15, if you knew the upper end of this option, non-negotiable, one single number. And in fact, forget this week. What if I tell you the whole of last week, Vishu, you could have traded the entire market just by knowing one single thing. Matlab, again, it's very easy to say all this, but let's go and do one small experiment and you'll get an idea. You keep hearing कि option decay hai. Yes, there is option decay. But what if I tell you every day our option moves the exact same number? But there's option decay. But my option still moves the same thing. Is it possible? How can two statements be true?
I mean, OTMs mein I think decay ka effect zyada dikhega.
OTMs by default they don't have value. Matlab, in our market, there is a saying that there are bulls and bears, but there is one more animal. There are bulls, bears, and donkeys. Like people who buy OTMs without knowledge, study, they come in that category. Bull, bear, or gada. Okay? So please don't be a gada. Don't buy things which seem cheap. Okay? You don't join a job ki mere ko kam salary mile. You don't want to buy a cheapest car. You don't aim ki I want to go and buy a house 700 kilometers away because it will be cheaper. Our aim is what we want to buy something which retains its value over a period of time. So same way, you always choose your options. Now let us go and do one small study when it comes to options. So today is obviously 4th, but let us go back. Okay, let us go back in time. Now I have already made this chart with you, but I'm just going to show you one simple thing. For example, So can I take this low, for example?
So I'm still saying Bank Nifty 48,000 peak, sir.
वही chart है.
But I can't see a cursor of it.
Oh, okay. Got it. Hang on. So here, we are on, let's say, 1 week back. Okay. Now, today's 4th, and I'm taking you about 13 days back. Now, let me do one small experiment for you. एक second. So, we are going to first figure out one simple thing. Okay, एक swing देख लेते हैं. Now, what is a swing and high? A swing, like I can call it a swing low only because there is a swing high against it. Okay, this is a definition of swing high and swing low. This is a high because there is a low against it. And it's also high because एक और low था. So that is why I can call it a swing high and a swing low. Now, for example, let me do one thing. Can I, for example, just as an example, we'll take this swing low, and which is high over here. I'll take this high. Okay, swing high, swing low, swing high. अब इसमें let me create a small. So let's mark the range of this entire thing. This is the entire range of swing low, swing high. Everything is included in this, correct? Fair? ऐसे वैसे ही लग रहा है?
Yeah.
Got it? Now, how can this one thing help me for the rest of the week? What if this has all the answers you are looking for the rest of the week? And I'm not talking about random answers. I'm talking pinpoint accuracy. Okay, so I'm going to start with one of my favorite angles. ठीक है, कहाँ गया यार angles? Okay. Now you can see I have marked one angle over here. Okay. Great. I marked one angle. Now let's say this is a range from a low to high, and I can mark it anyhow. Like I have made a square. You can make a. You can also just say, okay, this is the range of the swing high, swing low, for example. Okay. Now, I had made a simple square. Okay. This is the low, this is the high, everything has happened. Now, what if I replicate this? I clone this and I put it into the future. Got it? I have a particular angle. Now, this angle plays a particular role. I am going to clone this, and I'm again going to put it at the edge of the range of the entire activity that has happened. Got it?
Yeah.
Now, I want to measure one simple thing. Now, keep in mind, this is not a random theory, but this is how the market works. So you can see how price broke this angle over here, Vishu. Right? Now, from the place where price broke the angle, let me measure down. How many points is it showing roughly on my screen?
285.
285. And it is showing me angle to angle 285.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what if I tell you that is all what you need to know for the next 1 week until it changes all over again? Okay. Let us see. I'm just going to hide all of this. Yeah. Now, remember the number, 285. What we got 285 was the difference between the two momentum angles.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to take 285 as our base point. So, 27th, market opens. Let us see what happened over here. Did I get my high based on this? Okay. What happened on the next day, 28th? Where the market opened and what is the top? Again 285 points. Next day, from the place where the market opened, the high and the low. Again 285 points. The very next day, I'm taking including the wick. Keep in mind, never ignore the wick. Wick has price attached to it. Here, I'm taking the low. I'm taking the low and the high. Now, can you see that is exactly the place where the market made a high for the day? What is the date today?
So 4th, I think.
4th. Now, do you want to take a guess or should I tell you? This is 285 points from yesterday's opening. Okay, but ये तो दिख रहा है कि और भी है. Now, let me double this for you. This is higher. This is not exactly 285. But what if I just show you the range of the day, okay? Where this particular thing, one sec, sorry, between the high and the low of yesterday. Now we know that the number is a little higher, okay? But what is the range, the entire range for today? Now, can we see that the number has changed? Last 5 days, we are doing exactly the same thing. But we've heard option decays, but option is traveling the same amount of points. So once a week, a new range is formed. Now let us see. I have a lot of things which I had made, etc., etc. Now let us go and see. So for example, the same. What am I doing? I took all those. You remember we made a small box and said, "Oh, this is the first thing. This is the second." So I've placed all next to each other. Okay, I've placed. So essentially, what I did was very simple. I took one particular range and I duplicated it. मैंने एक और बना दिया. I made one more next to it. So I just copy pasted the same previous and I did that. And the only difference is now I am going to attach all my angles over here. I am going to attach all my angles. Where is all of them gone? So I will just, let's say, clone this, put it in the future. I will go and this is locked up here, and I will go place it here. Now, why am I doing this? See, all of this represents the original range that we took. It represents the original swing. Price ऊपर गया यहाँ पे. Price has gone above that. No problem. 9 out of 10 times. Okay, 9 out of 10 times it will auto correct and come within the zone again. So even though the market might have opened, the range for the day would have been the same. Now, there is one particular day when the range was not 285 points. It came half. It was half of that. Okay, where was it? It was on this particular day. Let me just actually get rid of. Now, we had one particular day in between, which is about this. See, what is the size of this entire day? 147.5 points.
Yeah.
Is it the half of 285?
Yeah.
Approximately.
Approximately, yeah.
So, is our market doing something very different? Not at all. Yesterday we were 285. Today what happened? Today we went 285 plus something and we came to 521. Okay, 521 was a total jump in the market. It's expiry day, all of that. So what is the, can we say approximately we did double the range? Approximately. This is how. So every week our range changes. Okay. You can say we are in a sideways market. You can say a lot of things, but every week our range actually changes in the market. So this is how you can take very simple things and you can, you can take like very simple, like one particular angle when you can, go keep applying it into the future and you will see it plays a role any given time and every given time. Now I have gone and put this into the future. Now, is there any relevance over here? Nothing for this particular thing. This chart is expired, but as the market continues, it is going to have relevance in the future. Now I have put the angle from the bottom of something on 27th. Can you see the top today? Price did not cross. And wherever price and time met here for the first time, that became your top. Market is never going above that, come what may. This is how it works. Now, do I have to look at the index for doing this? I don't have to look at the index at all. The same thing if I go and place it over here, I've placed another button. Just what I have done is I have gone that much time ahead and I have gone and placed it. Now, can you see where we opened today? We should exactly that. Is it a coincidence? Now tell me how many points is this?
289.
So can I say moment price came here, first thing in the morning, as a trader, I have to get out of the market. I'm done. After that, what is going to happen is time pass. Aaj wahi hua.
Yeah.
So you understood like how trading is actually happening and how your options have been behaving. Does your index tell you all of this in advance? And also see where the market has ended. It ended exactly over here. Exactly. Not randomly, exactly. So we opened at an angle, we went to an angle, and we closed exactly at an angle. Wherever price and time met, it becomes an automatic resistance in the market. Above and below that, time pass will always happen. So as a trader, this is what you're looking for. If you don't want to get stuck sideways, you have no idea what is happening, there's a reason why you don't know what's happening. I have not done any complicated thing. I have shown you exactly how a market has been working. And if I duplicate the same thing and I put it on top, unlock, put it on top. At no point a price after the opening, it did not even come below this range. So what has happened is we had an original swing in the market that we took, and you can take this for anything. We had a swing. Our market was just replicating the range of that forever. It was replicating the range of that forever. And at some point, market went above. It created one more range on top. Now the market has gone a little higher. Now, if you want to know what is going to happen in the future, very simple. Okay, this chart is expired. We are, by the time this thing comes, it's going to be Sunday, Monday. Just to understand what is going to happen in the market. Where are my tools? If the market breaks and breaks below this and comes back into the square below, that means the market is going to rally because puts will come back into an old range. Today, they broke out of the range. Okay. Or option 2, they come back, take support, and again they go, your market will continue to fall. That is how we come to know in advance what is going to happen in the market. Every time the market goes out of this range, the sentiment of the market changes. So people will go bearish to mega bearish to I will never buy a call for the rest of my life. So keep in mind, these entire ranges have sentiments attached to them. Okay, so this is how you always look at your derivative. Okay, so this is what we are going to always be looking at. Now, while we were doing all this, there is one more thing I'll just show you, just so that you have an idea. Sorry, I have to get rid of all this. Sorry, my charts are generally, just full of... Okay, now, every chart, okay, and as your education progresses, as you learn more, now there is one particular thing called a momentum angle. Okay, now for retail participants, we do not use this at all. It is plotted very precisely in a particular manner. Okay, now you can plot it couple of days in advance, etc. It plays a very important role. Here, price hit this, and this was 600 and something level. It collapsed by half. Price broke this, and after it has broken, it has gone up almost double the range. That is how a momentum angle works in the market. So generally, you will see your market is rallying. I should buy more and sit overnight. Now, if you follow simple logic, your logic might be right, but we know there's an angle over there. Forget overnight, you're going to see 40% discount in the morning. This is how you have to be. And see, this is the most dangerous part of trading options, but this is the most important part you have to follow if you're trading options.
Yeah.
Do you find this slightly interesting?
Yeah, of course.
What did you learn?
So I'm more curious about this momentum angle.
So see, momentum angle, generally what happens is for retail participants, we stay away from it because there is a gambling element to it. And a lot of us cannot handle even basics of gambling, then becomes a no-no. So that is why some tools are kept for pros, who have emotional mastery. ये नहीं कि I will do this, I will do that. But you understand how a market has been working all along. And have you seen the index all along?
Right. Absolutely.
हमने index देखा ही नहीं है. So there is always something that is running in the market. Okay. And it is up to us. How do we interpret it? How do we catch it? Okay. Now let me also show you. You want any questions on this when it comes to how very simple. See, what did we learn? We learned two things. Number one, that every day we were able to identify on this particular chart, on this particular strike price, there was a range of 285 points.
Yeah.
Once 285 points are done, market will go sideways and it will waste everybody's time. Moment 285 points done, please exit the market. That is your definition of sideways. Okay, and every day our market is going up by 285 points in one strike price. Why are we trading in OTMs? Why are we trading in random things? Index, but we never know how much index is going to move, no, one day before. But option to 6 days told me it's moving one range only. Today also, after 285 points done, full sideways. Got it? So, can we say that proper education on option before taking even single trade is the most important factor at any given time?
Right.
Okay. Now, let's look at one more chart. So I have a Nifty chart over here. Okay. There's a Nifty chart. Okay, there's a Nifty chart. So I've just opened, this is for this coming week. I've opened, what is this? A 19,200 call chart. Today Nifty, I think where it came pretty low, it almost 19,300 odd, I think it tested Aj. I'm not sure, I don't check index too much.
I think 350 तक का लो गया था शायद.
Something it went over there, okay, because this chart seemed pretty active today. Okay, now you remember last time we saw something called impulse range, and we managed to calculate the entire market after that.
Yeah.
Now what if we take another impulse over here? Okay, and I have pre-marked impulse angles. Impulse angles will work the same way that this particular thing, it will work forever. So yeah, this is some 27th ka last impulse. I've taken that and I've marked impulse angles. Now what does this do for me? How does this help me in trading? Let us go and see. So if this is the range, okay, for example, this is the range. Some 66 points. I have marked this. Now, moment the impulse angle breaks, your market will again do the same thing. In fact, 66 points, now let's say 66 points is something over here. Sorry, the 63, 65, 66. Okay, I'll just mark one horizontal line. Now, let us say, is this of any use in the future? It was, because that is where the market ended one day later. Now, if I go down by another 66 points, what do I get? I got what was almost the bottom of the day. But I also got what was the top of yesterday. And if I come another so-and-so points down, what will I see? Almost the bottom, there was a trap and we went in a range. And if I continue to replicate this, now you can see and tell me what happened today. Sorry. That is where our market ended. So at any given time and point, we have the ability to find a lot of things in advance in options, always. Okay, in options, always. Right. Does this sound like a interesting concept?
Yeah, of course.
Are you planning to buy options or sell options in the future? Hey, keep in mind, it is no longer an option seller's market. Yes, it is still an option seller's market. option sellers till April 2024 are not going to enjoy all the things that they enjoyed till last year. Okay, so people who are purely into option selling, they have to start changing and tweaking their strategies. They have to also start changing their expectations from the market. But now you understand how our options have worked forever.
Right.
Okay. So in fact, I think this was one of the charts which I had shared. Like I keep sharing these charts on Twitter, Telegram. It's a free channel. It's a free thing. Please go make use of it. Have fun with it. Do what you want. So I keep sharing things like this. Unfortunately, Twitter, Telegram, I can't explain. What can come in a 4-hour video. I can't do it in 10 lines of text over there. So I just leave charts over there. Whoever can understand over a period of time, please take advantage of it. It is free, literally free. Matlab, below that, there is nothing more that is there, right? So read these charts. Sometimes, even if you do not know, sometimes just reading, you have the ability to understand that there's something different that's working in the market. Okay? And then a point comes, see, as I said, not everybody can sit and learn this because they might be in different stages of learning. So that gap is always going to be there in our market. So this is how you're going to look at your charts. Does this help you?
Yeah.
Okay. And so one of the charts which I had shared, okay, and I use angles. In fact, I'm going to show you a lot of that maybe in next session or something today. But I had just marked a couple of angles. Okay, so we are going to deep dive into this a little later to understand kya hua, how, what, etc., etc. But this is just to give you a very, 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 very base idea. Okay, now on 29th, our market ended somewhere over here and it closed below a particular angle. Can you see this? Now, that itself was a signal that we have broken a very important support in the market. Next morning, gap down. Next morning was today. We came angle to angle. Okay, we came angle to angle, and that is where we stopped for a while. Then what happened? So I'll delete all of this. So can you see the whole of today? What has happened is our market has just gone from angle. It went, retested the same angle, came to the bottom, and it went on top. Now, if I open the index next to this, okay, you will see index so went another 30 points, 20 points below. Option did not go even 1 point below that. So why are we looking at the index? Index is probably causing traders more losses than they're ever going to make money. Vishnu, you have a chart of the index?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, open. You should validate. Tell me whatever this time is. After that, did our index go more points below? This is 11:55, for example.
Okay, let me get open. Okay, so 11:55 Nifty. We have. So 11:55 was for 19,361 था 360 के आसपास.
Okay. उसके बाद did our index go below that?
Yes, it did go 12:30 पे गया, then फिर एक बार swing लेके फिर
कितने points नीचे गया? कितने points नीचे गया?
was 19,333. So around 30 points नीचे गया था.
Can you see my option? So which chart do you want to follow?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first rule of literally trading, now pro traders might watch the market differently. Some people will watch it out of habit. Some people have adapted. They will only choose the index. But if you never want to make a loss in your life, sorry, it's the wrong thing. We will make losses. मतलब हम सबके 500 SL तो आराम से अभी तक गए हैं. So, but if you really want to trade properly, please stop looking at the index. See, our options is a very different market. Some people believe we work on spot, we work on futures, synthetic, we work on, keep everything aside. Yes, the last 5 minutes of every expiry, your option will match only one thing, which is the spot. That only weekly. But all the other options, they work on a different system altogether. Completely different. So if you are trading options, please do not, then you only have yourself to blame. either I did not learn something, or even after I've been told, I'm still doing the wrong thing. So at that point, please open an NGO. And this is the importance of angles. Okay, angles are one of the most important things in our market. They work forever. I'll show you some examples of that. Okay, so there are five or six type of angles. There are Gann angles. There are some reverse angles. There are what is it called? There are Gann angles, reverse angles, offset angles, multiple angles out there. Okay, and why do we use that? Because very simple, your market does not go in a straight line. Now, can you tell me what type of price action is this? Did you understand? Like for me, beyond the point, I don't understand price action. Honestly, all I understand is something will always happen between price. We had a level in advance over here. Market closed exactly. It went and touched it by 1 point. Where did the market take full support? It took support at an angle. Okay, your support, sometimes it's a number, sometimes it's an angle. That is how we always work. So whenever you are trading, you have to do the right thing, and you have to look at the market in the right way. Okay, otherwise things may not work for you the way you want. Got it? Okay. Should we see some 2-3 more examples?
Yeah.
Okay, chalo. Let me just pull up my chart. Just a moment, Vishen. तो कौन से chart? Okay, just a sec. Okay, got it. So I am just going to share my screen with you. Hang on. So let's also look at one commodity, okay? Because option is fine, it has its own thing. एक commodity भी देख लेते हैं. Then we'll also look at HDFC Bank, because there's some importance to it. Again, this is purely so that you understand what is happening or not happening in the market. Okay, got it. So for example, I've just taken one gold future chart. Okay, now gold obviously is a very important commodity. You know, we somehow relate everything with our economy. Okay, we'll relate silver, gold, crude, somebody else's economy. Everything will relate with our economy and say, oh, because traders don't sleep in the night, they'll say we are looking at SGX. Dow Jones fell 100 points, so our market. What if there's a simpler explanation to all of that? Now, I've opened a gold chart. Do you know how to trade gold, or you understand gold? I personally don't. I have zero idea about gold. I don't think I own also any gold except some gold cavity filling at best. Okay. Now, what if we had a method to understand analysis? Ek hai trading, the other is analysis. So there is something called reverse angles. Okay, now this is gold price. I have no idea how to trade or look, but what if we get a lot of things in advance? Okay, so I have a couple of things over here. I'm going to introduce you to something called reverse angles. Reverse angles are angles that are plotted into the future. Okay, you can choose a particular day, time, etc. based on any study, and we go and plot it into the future. Now, I have plotted a couple of angles into the future at a particular day, time, and level. Okay, how we do that? We are not going to get into that right now, because that will take about 3-4 hours to do. But let me show you one simple example. I have gone somewhere, what is this date I have taken? Some 15 Jan 2024, okay, and at a particular level. Now, I have plotted this backwards, okay, and this will continue to be on my chart for the next couple of months. In fact, this has been on my chart from almost about 4.5 months. So, what is this chart telling us? Any idea? What if we get a lot of information from this? Let us try and see. Okay. Number one, we can see there's one particular angle. Market has tried to break it since March 2022, has not been able to do. All the market does is touches it, reverses, goes, reverses, tries to go, reverses. Okay, happens. Then at some point we break that angle and we go on top. Okay, now we broke that angle somewhere over here. We did a retest, and from here we jumped on top. Okay. So let us take from the time we started going on top. Okay. Let's see how good or predictive it is. Now these are angles plotted in the future. Price will always go angle to angle. Okay, that is rule number one. Price hamesha will go angle to angle, and moment it hits an angle, okay, price and angle. So these are time angles. Price and time hate each other. Hate. Okay, you will always see a reaction in the market. Here we saw a massive drop, but in the past we have seen one day gold will make like a almost a 1,000 rupee candle, and next day it falls also by 1,000 rupees. So price and time have this thing. Now, for example, let's say can I say that we went over here and from here we started our rally? Okay, from here we started our rally. Now, let us see what is the bottom of this. The bottom of this, can you see on your chart also? It is 52. The low is what? 52,141 for this particular candle. Sorry, 52,141. Okay, 52,141. Okay. Now you remember I told you how we have the ability to. I can divide anything by 10, 100, and 1,000 in the market. I will always get something in return. Let us see. So what if I divide this by 1,000? What do I get? I get 52.1 something.
Yeah.
Chalo. Let me go 52 days ahead. Where is 52 days? 52 days is here somewhere. Okay. This is 52 days ahead. Now, if you just mark the high and low of this, from this 50, all we have done, we converted price into a metric. So I am going 52 days ahead. Okay. From here, we got this some particular date, some particular level. And from here, if I mark the high and low, all of a sudden in the next few days, I saw like a 1,500 to 2,000 point rally in gold. Number one. Option two. Price also broke the angle over here. Okay, and this level is also 52, 200 something. What if I just take 52 days from here? Okay, this is what? 50, 52, 53, 52. Perfect. And I just draw a horizontal line over here. And 52 days, jo bhi price and time. Now, can you see the effect of that in the past and the future? This is that line of 52. Okay, so can we say the market, it gave me a very solid place and time. Okay, and this particular time, 52 days ahead from here, from that, we got a very important level in the market. Market has gone up by, couple of 1,000 points, come down by 3,000 and bounced completely from there. All we got this was just by studying the price when it broke a particular angle. Okay, this is example one. Now, can we also go and see some more examples like this? Like for example, price broke over here. Okay, now here, what is the level? Some 54,600 and something. So if I do the same thing, I divide that by 1,000, I'll get 54 or 55 bars from here. Chalo, theek hai. Let me see what happened 54, 55 bars ahead. By the way, earlier we did bars. I can also convert it into days. You see, there are two, sorry, I did days. We can convert it into bars. You see, there are two metrics of 50 days and 71 days, correct? So, यहाँ पे जो हमें कुछ level मिला था 54,600. Now, same thing. Let me go 54 days ahead and tell me what we saw over here. Okay, we saw there's a particular price has broken the angle. We got a particular high and low, and just go and mark that particular level. Now, can you see what has happened to gold for the rest of its life? That's the exact same place. That one particular level is where the market took entire support. Okay, so this is how you are always going to see price, time, and level whenever you want to invest, you want to do anything. What is the other way? You remember I told you wherever price and time meet, like here, it will permanently create a vibration zone in the market permanently. What happens over here? Every time price will come, you will see there's a good 5%, 10% movement in the market. You'll see a couple of 100 points move. Here, we broke that particular level on 27th September. Okay, whatever that thing, we are already what, about 1,000, 1,200, 1,300 points below this. So this phenomenon will always happen. Always. Okay. So this is what you can and you will always, and this is how we got all of this by looking at reverse angles. Similarly, again, we did some price action, we broke this particular angle and we went on top. Okay, where did the market stop? The market stopped when price and angle hit, and that has never been retested ever again. Okay, if it breaks the angle, you see mega rallies. If it takes resistance, that's when you see downward. So what has happened is we have seen price when took resistance, price niche aaya, again it took resistance, again it is falling down. At some point, price action will make it do something like this and it might even come down. So this is how you will start seeing larger trend changes and momentum irrespective. Okay, so price action is not the most necessary thing, but knowing your price, knowing your level and time is by far one of the most important factors in our Indian market. So even if you do things like this, it becomes pretty easy for you. Like, this was just my working over here. Huh. So I'll just show you, this is, I was in fact showing it to someone. आपको एक simple example बताता हूँ. So here, price broke the angle over here. For example, what is this? 5,460. Okay, 5,400, sorry. I'll just write it here so everyone can see. 54,596. 54,596. Perfect. Now, what can we do with that level? Let's divide it by 10. Let's divide it by 10. And what do we get? Can I go up by 5,400, 54,500, something, and keep it over there? Perfect. Now, for the first time when price comes here, okay, I am very cautious. Whatever price was there, we converted it into a particular object. Okay, so all we have done is we have said this number, whenever it comes, is directly linked to a breakout. So when this number level came, we started seeing market then go sideways. Okay, it is still testing, retesting, all of that is happening. So this is how you are always going to look at your price and time. Secondly, whenever price and angle breaks, it broke at this particular level over here. Okay, yahan pe, just draw a horizontal line, see what the price is. Like in this case, the price is something, wait a second. The price is 56,900 something. So I'll just round it up to 57 bars. And what did I do? I went 57 bars ahead. I went 57 bars ahead. Mere ko kuch mila. Now this particular price and time has never been broken again. Similarly here, yahan pe price and angle hit. What level I got over here? I got 61,500. Okay. So I went ahead by 61 bars. Okay. I can go by 61 days, 61 bars, but we went ahead by 61 bars. Now I'll mark the level which comes over here. This comes to this particular thing. Now price has gone retested, did not survive, and it is crashed from that same level twice. See this. From that exact same level, we have crashed. Now, what is this level over here? This is again the same thing, 59 something. So we will go ahead from here and go 59 bars ahead. 13th December, you can mark 13th December, the high, low, and price of 13th December for gold is very important. It will give you some decent movement in the market, like a decent rally. Okay, so whenever people talk about investing, I want to do this, I want to do. So more than looking at technicals, more than looking at, moving averages, look at things like this, because this is how things move very naturally. And this is commodities. A lot of people might have interest. not just options all day, but this is just one way of looking at the market. Does this seem a little interesting?
Yeah, of course.
This changes the way we think we should put money in the market and the way we should react in the market.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the entire thing of why we should be using things like this. Okay, it might seem a little complicated starting with, but see, all we are doing is we are matching price, we are matching time, and we are going in the future, and this thing does its job every single time. Okay, so you will keep seeing things like this happen quite a lot. Yeah, and that is how you'll catch tops, you'll catch bottoms very easily. You remember I also told you in Nifty how we caught some tops and bottoms.
Yeah.
तो हाँ, जैसे यहाँ पे शायद देख लेंगे 56 something. So all it is telling वो 5,600 points above. Okay, something. Or what you can also do is you can just keep changing price time. You'll keep getting levels. Like the high over here, for example, is 61,850. So if I divide that by 10, I get 6,180 points. We have already done 5,200. What is pending is another 1,000 points. It might take some time. It will do some price action, but whenever this thing comes, 6,100 and something, be careful in the market. You will always see some small trend change, some acceleration or complete U-turn in the market. That is how it will work. These are how cycles work in the market very properly. One part of cycle. It's not even the whole cycle, but this is how it works in the market. Now, do I need to worry about price action in between? Do not. Some extent, yes, but a lot of times, see, price action, it doesn't even come on your chart for more than, once or twice in 2-3 days. Proper price action. Half the time it's confusing. Like if I ask somebody, what is this? We have no idea what is this. There are multiple ways to tackle it, but this is how you go after a particular thing. Okay, in fact, next time we are going to see some angles, we'll see some time cycles, we'll see a couple of things. It should give you a much better idea of what is happening in the market. Got it? Right. Okay. Now, I think same chart, I had also got one more last thing for you. Is it? No, HDFC, sorry. Just give me 1 second. I will share that chart. This one last thing, let's have a look. 1 second. Yeah. Oh.
The screen give I said see everything out.
Oh, okay, got it. Where is it gone? Let me share my screen with you. So this is just a small HDFC bank chart I have marked over here. Let me first get rid of everything for you. Okay. Keep in mind, remember we spoke about some impulse. We've seen how that always gives us some high, some low, some answer into the future. The best thing about impulse is we always take our studies picture to see what can happen in the market. Now, I'm going to apply the first thing that I had made over here. What have I done? I have taken this entire impulse. Okay, this entire. These are certain angles marked. Now, can you see what has happened on the exact angle line? Price has taken support, jumped on top. Can you see what happened today? Today our market fell, no? But HDFC, opposite happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so this itself will keep giving you a lot. Okay, and yes, there is a relevance key. What is the range of ER? It's 139 points. So does it have some relevance into the future, etc., etc.? It will always have. But if you take from the bottom, you will see that again becomes a top over there. And price never, never ever went above that. Well, to the extent the first time wherever price goes, just go and market and it becomes a top for you. Though it will always replicate its range, and wherever that same thing happens, okay, wherever that same, this is the same range of the impulse, we have gone and marked it ahead. Price came, touched that, did not survive, and from 17,200, we are sitting at 1,500 something. So in 2 months, we've collapsed almost 20% in a stock like HDFC. So this is a way to calculate much in advance what is going to happen into the future. Now there is another impulse angle. If I remove this, I go and mark another. That was the other way. Now this is marked differently. What have we taken? I took a much larger range over a couple of days. Okay, when this entire move happened and marked the angles. Okay. Now look at it. Now can we see what has happened over here? How the top of the market was caught in HDFC. Now here it will never mark because हमने तो बहुत बाद में जाके इसको mark किया है, ठीक है? So it is not about this, but this is just to give you every time, like even here, price would hit the angle, it would barely survive one day and it would do a full correction. Same thing has happened here. Price has barely survived and it has done a full correction. So the range of an impulse will always give you something into the future. And more than less, keep looking at this. This is 152 points. So whenever you see large movements happening, you will always see from the top, the bottom becomes 153 points. If I take this, then moment that same thing happens, please get out of the market. Now see that one line. Every time price has gone on top, it has only trapped people. It has only, HDFC continues to trap people so far over here. Okay, so that is why this becomes super, super important. And how did we know this 153 is going to work? So like, for example, this is just the range, 153 odd points. The first time price hit over here, you know what happened on 24th Jan this year? Why is this date very important? This is a day when the Adani news came out.
Okay.
Hindenburg. The coincidence, अब आप coincidence बोल लो, take anything. We already had a level, but the coincidence just pulled everything down. And that continues to be a massive resistance in the market, multiple times. In fact, just recently, just 3-4 points below that, we have taken an entire tumble in the market. Okay? So keep looking at things like this. A market continues to repeat things thousands of times. It doesn't do new things. It hardly does. It's a very boring market. Okay. So that is how you are always going to look at. So keep looking and keep seeing what happens right from the tops. Take the big tops, mark, okay, mark and keep it. Now, this itself becomes a level. Will something happen below that? Yeah, 153 points below that. If anything, any major dip comes, etc., that is when you will see a massive rally or a massive downfall. So that's how you can continue to measure things in the market permanently. Okay, so just small examples of what is possible and what is doable within our market. Does this help you?
Yeah, of course.
So what methods are you going to use now to trade?
थोड़ा सा पहले तो I think और research इस पे करना it looks all very good, but I don't think it's gonna be as easy to actually implement as you showed.
Absolutely nothing is easy. It takes some time. 100% it will take some amount of time to learn, implement, go study, this, that. That's the reason why, please look at a lot of charts, but don't go by people's recommendation, buy, sell, etc. That is never a winning strategy in the market. Okay, that is luck. If you have better luck betting on India-Pakistan match.
Right.
So do not do that. Today we saw how we were able to, in Bank Nifty, pinpoint find what happened after 280. After 285 points, market went sideways, took SLs on both sides for an entire week in options. So we are going to, we'll start seeing how do we find it in the future, how do we start finding those ranges, taki we should never be at a disadvantage whenever we are trading. So all these things put together can help you quite a lot. We also saw how angles work. We saw how reverse angles work. We've seen how price and time can be changed. And I just put on gold. The gold thing was lying from a while. But even a commodity, like I have no interest in it. Somebody might want to trade a Bitcoin. Somebody might want to trade a stock, etc. See, पहले क्या होता था? We used to listen to friends and family. Yes, stock में invest कर लो and keep it forever. These days, nobody has the patience to hold something forever, and sometimes holding something forever might just be the most foolish thing ever to do, right? So there is always somebody says, I have money to invest, can you recommend where to do? And none of us have an answer, and we don't want to advise our friends and close family ever कि भाई उसका loss हो गया तो सपने में भी वो गाली देगा हमें, so we don't want to do that. But if I am an investor in the market and I want to trade and make money, I should be looking at the market the way it is actually working, not just textbook. Textbook tells me that options decay so fast, I should be very scared. But every day, our bank nifty on any particular strike price will continue doing the same range forever.
Right.
That's how your market works. Okay. So keep in mind, none of these are lagging indicators. None of these are random. Yes, you have to put some effort. You have to, if you want pinpoint accuracy, you have to behave in that particular manner and fashion. Now, a clean example is HDFC. HDFC is probably one of the biggest guys when it comes to moving a bank nifty, etc. If you just go and study the way it has been moving, it creates so many traps for investors, which means bank nifty also is somewhere directly responsible. Right. So you can't take the market completely and say, no, I will only look at one thing and I'll not look here and there. You have to, look at things a little more. Like today, very simple. Bank Nifty opened right over here in the morning. It was almost, it felt like, wow, it is going to bounce. The whole Bank Nifty fell down by 500 plus points. Only HDFC went up. People are wondering since morning, why is it happening? It's because it took angle support. So that is how you are always going to look at the market. So yeah, so let's. I think next time when we meet, we'll discuss a little bit more about options because I think some people might be more interested. Let's look at times. Oh, and in fact, I think in one or two, we'll even look at squares and circles because you will be surprised how the market works over there in that particular thing.
Awesome. Done.
Okay, perfect, Vishu.
Awesome. Thank you again so much for taking out time for us, sir. Looking forward to our next session very soon.
Perfect. All right. I just hope everyone gets to learn and practice. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to put it under this video. We'll answer it, or put it on Twitter. We'll answer it for everyone. So, people can just get a little more clarity in case we miss something.
And in case you want to follow Manan sir, so his Twitter link will be in the description. You can always get in touch.
Perfect. Yeah, and keep in mind, I keep sharing a lot of charts on Twitter, Telegram. It's free. Please make use of it. A lot of times, sometimes you may not understand because, abhi bhi bahut log index dekhte hain, but please have a look at it. It has been free from, I think, last 3 or 4 years. Okay, please take advantage as much as you want. And 99% is derivative charts because I don't look at the index. Yeah. Okay. Thanks a ton.
That's it.
All right. Okay. Thank you.